It's finally happening. Joe Juba is taking on Mike Tyson after Dan failed miserably to take him down.
It's a valiant effort.
Just a little recap. Joe Juba taunted Dan, saying, I could take him down, no problem. Joe Juba, what do you think? You going to be able to do that?
You know, so when I made some pretty big claims, and I'm not backpedaling because I still think that I'm way better than Dan.
Okay.
However, I definitely thought that I would have more time and more desire to practice and rub Dan's face in it.
Dan, what do you think?
Okay, also, Joe did tell me and you before we started recording that he did spend hours preparing for this by fighting Mike Tyson.
Hours.
I said
that is hours. That is technically hours.
That's exactly what you did, though. You were playing it like at your sister's house. You were taking this thing everywhere.
That is not true at all. That is not true at all.
You played it at your sister's house.
I played the game. I don't think I fought Tyson.
Dan, you're a big dumb loser, and we all know it.
I lost. I failed against Mike Tyson for 3 hours. I am not downplaying that at all. I could not get it done.
That was
Great.
the insightful voice of Jeff Marchiafava. I'm Andrew Reiner. We got Jason A. Stryker here as well.
Yo,
Can you
I'm
see
excited. It's finally
Let's
happening.
get the show underway
Look
here.
at the fear in Joe's eyes. I've never seen Joe like this. Joe, are your palms sweaty yet?
No.
No?
That's steely determination. He's ready.
Let's see if
He's got this.
Is that a tear?
Oh, man. You
We'll see if he
you
has-
are really projecting your own insecurities on me.
Hey,
Dan.
with Tyson, I am insecure as hell. I've never been able to beat
you
the
had
guy.
that weird cowardly twitch.
Me?
Yeah,
No,
every time at the beginning.
Well, I'm riddled with anxiety all the time. I don't think Joe has that.
All right, now, and I will tell you that the stuff that Dan was having the most trouble with, those like 90 seconds of lightning punches,
hell.
I am no better at that.
God damn it. I was hoping to get hit right away.
Well, you're already doing
you're
awesome.
really good.
So
All right, I don't like this. Hit him, Mike. Come on, there we go. Yeah. Turn him pink.
All right.
When you're really in the hot seat, it's a different thing.
So again, we don't know how long this could go. Joe could fight this guy for 15 hours until he taps out.
I don't like that Joe is actually doing pretty good here.
That was pretty good though. No weird, cowardly twitch.
There's still
It's
another
already better.
another 35 seconds of this crap. So who knows?
Jeff, give him some advice from how you played Ninja Gaiden.
watch out for the bats.
Damn it. Okay,
You almost
so
beat Tyson and that bat comes down and just hits you.
that's first attempt.
Oh, look
Good
at
job,
him.
Iron Man.
7. Good.
That was good. That was good.
All right.
So as long as I get, I'm gonna take up some Dan logic here. As long as I get better with each time,
Yeah.
Well-
so you're saying I'm an inspiration?
I'm saying that you have
God.
occasionally said things.
I've occasionally said things. I'm sure a lot of us saw that interview Mike Tyson did recently where he said somebody asked him if he could ever beat himself in the game, which he said numerous times he couldn't. But recently he said he couldn't even beat Glass Joe.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened to his dexterity?
I mean, you can like accidentally beat Glass
Just
Joe.
mash buttons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, I was
the
like-
dog that played Tony Hawk Ride could probably beat Glass Joe.
Was Tyson playing with his boxing gloves on, though?
Oh, that's how he
That
does
might be it,
everything.
yeah.
His penmanship is terrible.
Yeah.
So was there a bet on the line here if Joe could beat him?
Don't believe so. I think it was more of just a challenge thing. Oh, Joe, he's probably good. He's gonna. God damn it! There's the twitch. There's the freak out. Oh, you wait till he does it and then you move. Don't move before
Dan, do not
Joe
do
freaks
that
out.
voice.
Oh, that wasn't even the voice.
That was the voice.
That
No.
Never do that
oh
voice
my God,
again.
I'm gonna do the dog shit.
no,
That's
stop
the
that.
voice. That's
no.
the voice. Oh, I
Joe,
like how
if
this
you
is
can't
going.
beat Tyson, then you have to punch out Dan. How about that?
This
Just end it with
I
that.
did better.
A
I
minute
did
eight.
better. You did do better? What did you do last time?
107.
107 would be better, though.
No,
Oh, it counts down or up?
it goes up.
Okay.
You played this for 3 hours,
A
Dan.
lot more than that.
I mean, he brought it everywhere. He was like MacGruber with
that's-
his cassette thing.
You watched it?
I watched some of it.
Okay.
It's pretty damn funny.
Okay, yes. Awesome. Good. How far do you get?
Well, without spoilers,
No MacGruber spoilers here.
past the runway, the tragic runway.
Oh, okay, with
scene.
his A team?
Yeah,
Okay.
That is
B team is up and running already.
That is shortly after.
Well-
That is shortly after my favorite moment in that whole
With
movie.
Big Show?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
That part's great. Okay, all right. But no, to what Ryan was saying, I was
horse. God.
I look at your cursive choices. Horse God.
That's your word you're using?
Horse
This is going to go
That's
well.
his cheese.
Stop.
Oh,
You
come
don't just
on.
have to swear the whole time.
Jason said we could.
Why does it have
No.
to-
We don't
said
have to
Joe
make a
Ballas.
special effort to swear.
No.
Dan does not get free
I
lessons
swear,
here.
a normal replay.
All right, so I'm not getting better. Apparently.
No,
Oh,
but,
you got worse. Okay, that was
but
good.
you aren't cowardly like Dan was.
That's true.
Every time.
Yeah.
I'm not twitchy. You take it one punch at a time.
You got 120 points. Does that mean anything?
Yeah. Twin Galaxies leaderboard for Punch Out.
120 points.
Get Walter Day in here.
Man, I wonder if we could get Walter Day here for some kind of showdown.
I bet we could. He
I like
seems
that guy.
pretty easy to get a hold of. He basically just adds anyone on Facebook.
He likes us too. He actually reads the
Yeah.
magazine.
He's awesome. He's great.
Yeah, I did
He's a friendly dude.
actually a show with him at Mall of America once.
And we've done interviews and features with Walter before too. He's a nice
He's
guy.
a very nice dude.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up for this and actually try.
I'm sure you'll
Yeah,
do better.
okay.
You have to do better.
Fava, you ever fight Tyson?
First punch.
No. I never actually played much Punch Out.
You could probably beat it pretty easily, I think.
I don't even want to try it.
Good thing we brought you down here for your expert analysis, Marky Pava. Jeez.
I am the expert at hating your stupid ass, Dan. So,
During NES games.
I don't want to say I brought a plant down here, but he's definitely a
I tried
plant.
to bring
He's a
Brian down
plant.
here. Brian would be neutral. I knew.
I
Jeff
texted
would
him. I
be-
said, "Get the hell out of here. Get Fava.
That's why you ran out of here. Okay.
Don't you have work to do?"
Hit him. Yes.
Jeez.
Dan,
Oh, come on. No, don't act like I'm telling. No, Joe was doing this for me. Joe
No,
was
we were
absolutely.
like, "Stop moving."
No,
we
Joe
were
was
trying
being
to help you.
Joe was being a the whole time to me, for sure.
I was not cheering when you got knocked down. That is a special kind of.
douchebaggery.
Yeah, it
I'm
really
gonna
is.
check the tape. I'm pretty sure you were.
I was
We kept telling you to quit moving, like
Yeah.
for 3 straight hours.
I was telling you that you sucked and was skeptical of your ability to complete it.
Right,
but
I'm doing that.
I was not relishing your
Okay.
failure.
I won't literally cheer when you fail. I'll just smile and be happy with myself. This is fun. It's so much more fun doing this when you don't have to do any like punching stuff. This is great. I just
What
get
if
to
he
watch
beats
you.
it?
Well, then you know what? I'll give it up.
You'll give up what?
I will give him the credit he deserves if he beats him. I wholeheartedly admit that I failed. I can't say that enough. No excuses. If Joe does it, I will wholeheartedly endorse him as better than me at Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
and
I have no
games in
qualms with
general,
that.
right? Because this is like
Let's
the
watch
hardest
This is
one,
the
right?
penultimate
Oh,
challenge.
Let's watch that
I
basketball
see
video
it
again.
right away.
We'll see who's better at games when we watch that
video
basketball
game.
Yeah, Reiner clearly said video games. Come on.
video. Well, me and Joe really haven't competed in video games a lot. That's not a thing that's happened. I'm
No.
confident I'd be better than him.
But if he beats Tyson, then clearly you're not, though.
At
I
Mike
think
Tyson's
is
Punch
Okay, whatever.
So Giant Bomb just tried this. Alex Navarro
He
tried to beat Tyson. He couldn't.
All right. It's damn near impossible.
I
know-
think it's totally like pod racing or Ender's Game. You got to be younger. You got to have those,
It is a
those
reflex thing.
reflexes.
It
the
definitely helped.
neuroconductors in your head.
Let's
You
play
gotta
your
be-
daughter. You have a daughter that's real young. If that theory holds true, she's the youngest person I know.
She's 9 months and she's playing Darksiders 2.
But there you go. Bring her in. That would be really cool if she beat Tyson.
It's funny too because sometimes you just have those, and Dan had these too. Just those fluke runs where it's like I have actually, believe it or not, it doesn't look like it now. I have gotten through that first 90 seconds without getting hit once. Like I've gotten through
I believe
that.
it.
Yeah, I mean I've gotten through that, and just there are some times when you get knocked down 3 times in the first 30 seconds too. So.
And then it sucks though because when you are on one of those fluke runs and you're doing really good, it kind of starts to scare you because it's like you realize you're doing really good and then you get scared and then you get punched in the face.
I really do want to see Fava try this at some point.
No, it sounds. This
I'll
looks
join.
absolutely terrible.
I'll be in there.
Yeah, no, that would last about 30 seconds, Dan. That would last shorter than one of these actual rounds. And it would end with you turning pink and falling to the
Are
ground.
you comparing yourself to Iron Mike Tyson? Hang time, Jeff Markiapava?
Well, when the adrenaline kicks in over my hatred for you, then yes, I think I could
I
punch
don't even know
him
what happened there. I'm
as
pretty
hard.
sure I had that dodge.
He punched you.
All right.
Jeff, if you attacked me, I'd go to the like bad guy wrestling moves and just rake your eyes and kick you in the nuts and stuff.
Yeah, but I would do that to you as my initial attack.
Oh crap! Oh,
I am more than willing to fight dirty.
Jeff opens with the crotch chew.
no!
Well, I don't know about that.
Joe, you haven't watched much wrestling. I've never seen that one pulled out.
Either that or you're watching some very weird wrestling.
crutch chew.
Oh, it's a thing. It's my signature move.
You're thinking of Charleston chew. All right, Joe, beat him.
All right, let's give it a shot.
His tiny
Can a
little
wrestler
legs.
just willingly tap out like I don't want to fight and
Like-
get surrender the match?
I mean, yeah, you tap out.
Yeah,
Like,
when
to
you're in a
submission.
hold, but
They.
if a guy comes into the ring and he's going to chew on your nards, like, can you?
Well, I mean, it's predetermined, so if they wanted to write that, they certainly could.
Oh, I just sat there and ate it like an idiot.
Kevin Nash lost the match because Hulk Hogan poked him in the chest, but it was a ruse.
Ah.
I was doing so awesome for like the first 45
You were.
seconds.
You got to 120 points already.
I've almost beaten my record. Oh, and
Jeff, I don't think you
But
understand
you,
how
you
punch
got
out
as
works.
far. I do like that little bicep thing that he does, though. That's
It's pretty
cool.
good. And the wink. Yeah.
okay, so what we're shooting for, we're up to 120 points. What we're shooting for is 5,000.
Is that seriously what you have to get
That's
to?
gonna get your
Yeah.
first
Close.
extra life. Yeah.
Okay.
You get the spread shot after that.
If I can get to 5,000 and make it to the end of round 3, then I can win by decision, which, as we determined in the last one,
It counts. It does count.
totally counts.
Yep.
But as I also have to admit, I will not be satisfied with winning by decision.
Okay.
Like, it counts for the purposes of this video, but at that point, I'm going to keep going until I can get,
Okay.
you know,
You're well. Let's get there first, Joe.
exactly.
Baby
Yeah.
steps. Pass a
Baby
minute
steps.
8.
I don't know. I mean, seriously, this is. I'm just kind of nervous.
Yes. It's the hot seat. Reiner, I always enjoy doing replay,
Yeah.
super replay, and test chamber and everything we do in this room, but this is maybe the most pure bliss I've ever experienced in this room.
Just
watching this and not having to do anything. Oh, this is just fantastic.
Just watching me eat it in front of Mike Tyson.
It's great. I mean, you've been in my seat.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
fun. It's great.
Well, it's fun right now. Wait until we get about 2 hours in, and then it's not very fun.
I have a lot of patience for this stuff.
You shouldn't be nervous
No,
because, I mean, you fail, you're just as bad as Dan then.
Yeah, well,
it's easy
Well,
to say
that's
don't
I
be
fail, and I'm
nervous.
still better than Dan.
It's easy to say don't be nervous, but especially first Triner, someone that said that he has beat Tyson with no problem before. I say if Joe fails, you get in the hot seat and see if you're nervous.
That was the young Annie Reiner.
Andy Reiner. Okay, all right.
Annie from Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Now you're Vader
My
Reiner.
midichlorian count was crazy.
You're Darth Reiner now.
But then I killed it all drinking booze and stuff.
I say if Joe fails, I say you're next, and we see if you're nervous. You look nervous right
It
now.
is-
Just
no.
bring that.
It is a
I'm a
different.
rock in here.
It is a different environment too, because the bit that I played, I mean, like I was at home. I didn't have people talking.
It
there
is-
wasn't recording. I mean, like Dan is right about that. It's,
Yes,
it's different.
It's completely different. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't excuse like me totally sucking at Half-Life or whatever. Like but
Well,
it
you
is
admit
tougher. I was bad. Yeah, I did a bunch of dumb stuff in that replay. Yeah, but I mean, it is tougher when you're trying to talk and be somewhat entertaining and play at the same time and everything. Joe, you're doing pretty good.
Shut
Don't-
up.
Just trying to help. I'm gonna be your.
Ah, look at that.
Dan, I thought you said you weren't going to laugh when he gets knocked out.
I said I wasn't gonna cheer.
Oh, my God. You should have been a lawyer, Dan. Just the scummiest asshole lawyer.
Okay,
what
we
was
messed
that?
up. All right. See, this is better because then when he loses after he's done well, it's so much more like devastating. This is great.
You are such a
I
jerk.
welcome this. What were you gonna say, Jeff?
I said you were just such a jerk. And also, he's doing way better than you.
He's doing pretty good. I'll give him that. He's probably gonna beat him this time. You just knock him down right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jason said, don't knock him down. Stop.
I don't know. I don't actually think that I agree with that strategy for it because
The
that-
TKO strategy?
Yeah, I don't think the TKO strategy is going to happen for me.
But the thing is, what do you? Well, I'm not gonna give you tips.
Joe,
No,
we don't
no,
have
no.
much else going on. Let's shoot for a TKO.
I mean, yeah, we'll see what we can do.
You
That was a
already
good
have
one, though.
390 points. I mean, it's way better than last time.
Going to Jeff Markey Pava with analysis.
You keeping an eye on his heart rate too?
Yeah. It's pretty high.
See, I know where Joe's at right now because it's almost impossible to talk while this is happening.
Are you getting a little anxiety there, Dan?
I kind of just look into the face of fear. Yeah, I kind of have a little of that residual anxiety.
Because look at this. It takes so long if you don't go for the knockdown in the first round. It takes so long to wear him down. Also, I mean, I'm not hitting him.
I do. I remember being very happy when I was playing when like you and Cork started talking about like Dragon's Crown. Oh, you could have got him right there. When you guys started talking about Dragon's Crown or other stuff, I was so happy that it's like, okay, I don't have to talk about this. I'm just gonna fight. So Joe, I'm helping you out by just talking.
I'm not listening to you.
See, it's right. Just keep doing that. I just know I'm helping you.
I should have.
You are sitting really close to Joe, and your leg is up.
We're in a room the size of a broom closet.
Yeah, but I think you're going to try to kick him a little
I
bit.
thought I was down.
No.
Okay.
No crappy tactics like that. I'm not gonna. No.
That was pretty good, though, Joe.
Okay.
That was much better.
That was a decent round.
227, 510.
Well, I got far. It was actually a very bad round. I hardly landed a single damn punch.
But your first round was brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
it was a good first. Well,
Brilliant.
I mean, it was great. Probably the best first round we've seen.
It was a thing of beauty. Let's check the tape. I'm pretty sure I had some pretty sweet ones.
Check the tape.
No one's going to check the
Do you carry your own bingo card just so you can check off your own catchphrases?
Is that still a thing? The bingo card?
I think so, because you keep continually saying check the tape.
Well, because that's what else am I gonna say?
I don't know.
Wrestling
Pull up
reference.
the URL
check
of the
tape.
previous.
Or you could
yeah.
also just stop assuming that people are interested in going back and doing anything with your previous exploits.
This is
Yeah,
a sequel
no,
to
I
the
vote
previous
for that.
exploits. This is a sequel, so it's very relevant. Hey, you already get knocked down?
What if we made a mod,
Oh,
and that was Jose Canseco?
If that was Jose Canseco, I don't hate Jose Canseco. I wouldn't beat him up. I'd be fine. I would still suck at it.
You pick on him enough.
If his AI was like Jose Canseco, I could beat him.
Guys just trying to be nice on Twitter, and you just make fun of him constantly.
Yeah. He deserves it. Oh, damn it! That's the best. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't cheer.
Yeah, that was clearly cheering there,
I
Dan.
was literally going like this.
Dan had both his
Sorry,
fists up.
That's a knee-jerk reaction.
all right.
I was telling Joe, like in the basketball video, it's pretty funny that my knee-jerk reaction to him getting injured was to spin around with my arms in the air. Just celebrating immediately. You could have broken your wrist.
Yeah, you're a terrible
When
person,
you-
Dan.
I did not break my wrist.
I said you could have broken your wrist when
Oh,
you
okay.
fell during basketball.
Yeah.
And I didn't check to see if you were really injured before I celebrated.
Yep, bad person.
Joe was just showing me that he can't like bend his finger or do something stupid with it after that.
Really?
Yeah, that I may have broken my finger when I fell. I don't know. It's fine now. So
Jeez.
I'm not doing any more replay real life though. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, come on. I got so many ideas.
Do them with Miller.
I want to. There's that one I want to do with him.
I just need to stop talking to you guys.
It's okay.
You guys converse. You do your thing.
We can handle this.
I think Mark Yafava could do this, considering that we learned in Ninja Gaiden that he just goes home every night and angrily punches a punching bag for hours.
Yeah, but it doesn't punch back, so.
Do you have like Dan's face on it?
No, I just visualize it. That way it flexes my creative muscles, too.
Oh, that's pretty smart. Oh. Joe, don't move before he does anything. You wanna wait until he moves
Hey,
and then
I
you
do
move.
it. Let's check the tape, Dan.
Yes.
And let's see how.
I did it way more. I was way more
Let's see how
twitchy.
many
You did it every
twitchy
time.
dodges I do.
I had to do it a lot. And I would do it like 6 times between every punch.
You really would.
I know.
So Fava, people latched onto your hatred of Dan in the Ninja Gaiden Super Replay. Where did it all start, though? What's the origin? What was the little thing that set you off with Dan?
Did it start with the chair thing?
The first time he came into the office, I think. when
We
Andy
signed our
hired him.
paperwork together, Jeff Markiepine.
Yeah, you were terrible. You're all, wow, how you sign a name? What are you doing here?
That's not what I was doing.
That was pretty much it.
I said,
No, I remember, but we had to fill out the tax information. You were a total moron. You're like, oh, what's a dependent? How do I do that? Rawr.
Okay, that might be true.
Okay, so that was day one, but what really set? I mean, that was like the warning, like this guy might be not all right in the head.
Yeah.
What was the one that really set you off?
I think I know the real turning point.
When I tried to drive you off the road, was that it?
Oh, that was
what?
even before that. He did actually. Was it off the road or literally off a bridge?
Off a bridge.
It actually, that's not. He's not kidding at all.
Yeah, no, but you totally deserved that. And you know that you did.
Yeah, I did. I totally did. This was after like months of me with you on the
just
road.
like driving super slow.
Well, because we were coming from the same place driving to work, and I would always see him before we crossed the Hennepin Bridge, and I would always try to get in front of his car and like go super slow and like hit the brakes and stuff, and like he would try to change lanes and I'd get over.
No, it's terrible.
And then I'd get at stop signs in front of him on First Street here, and then just never go through it.
Yeah.
And he really didn't like this, but he put up with it for months. Actually, didn't I shine like laser pointers in your eyes too?
Oh, I'm sure. You'd such a moron.
I know it was just a flashlight. I would just give it a red light and it's just flashing at you.
What? Oh, you guys.
That's
so
better
sorry.
than my stepdad. When my stepdad's car was behind my dad's, he would put his front bumper against my dad's back bumper and push my dad's car into intersections at red lights, and then just sit back there and laugh.
What is wrong with
Why-
your family?
Why were your stepdad and your dad hanging out?
Well, they were like high school best friends and roommates and everything.
Oh man, this is getting weird. I'm sorry I asked.
That's all cool.
God. I can like see the formation of Dan coming together here.
All right, Joe's moving a little closer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's getting serious.
Well, yeah, no. Jeff did try to run me off the road. After a couple months of doing that on a pretty much every morning basis. Well, first of all, you could have found a different way to work.
No.
What?
That's like the main road to work.
Yeah, it's super easy, yeah. Well,
So the car is what drove you nuts then?
I mean, it's the whole package. It's the whole Dan Reichert package. I think everyone here knows what I'm talking about.
well, the thing is, I immediatately stopped the car stuff because he like seriously was close to running me off a bridge.
Yeah,
and like
because-
I'd scared the hell out of me. And I'm in the parking lot at work telling him like, you know, Jeff, I'm done effing with you on the road.
Yeah, I know. You do your little saint impression where it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to stop being an asshole, so you should be really happy with me because I'm not going to do it anymore. Like I'm supposed to bow down and thank you for acting like a semi-normal human being.
And then on a day off, you planted a noise-making device in the office.
Oh,
yeah.
that thing, yeah.
And disrupted work for like an hour.
No, Jeff
Oh, it was like
going
half
nuts.
the day. It was half the
It
day.
was in the pipes above Marky Papa's desk.
This was on deadline, too.
And it looks like this little bomb. It was just like
That's beeping.
a circuit board with like a flashing light on
It
it.
was called the Annoyatron. You can buy it online on ThinkGeek.
So I crawled up on top of Jeff Markifava's desk, grabbed my phone camera, and was like holding it up, scanning the area to see if I could see anything. And I see this like bomb thing beeping.
I remember walking back there and pretending like I didn't know what was going on. I see Jeff Markipava standing on top of his desk looking for the thing. I see Ben Hansen underneath his desk looking for it.
Yeah, no, you totally disrupted the entire workday for everyone in the back bullpen.
And then it was like magnetized to the light. So I thought I was going to blow up as I picked it up.
Well, and then there was also all the bumper stickers I used to put on Jeff Markipava's car.
Yeah.
Which were...
It was like, tell my eyes, or tell your boobs to stop staring at my eyes.
Yeah.
I think there was like
wonderfully sexist bumper stickers.
I think it was
You would actually put them on his car.
oh yeah, a lot. Like I think it was like you say I'm a bitch like it's a bad thing, and he would drive around for like a while and not know it, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
This is like a lawsuit coming. Like we have him on
Oh,
record.
yeah, no, I'm recording it.
And we haven't even touched San Antonio yet, so.
Yeah.
Although I will say, Matt Helgeson had this idea, and it was actually focused towards Tim Turry, which I am looking on Amazon for a good deal right now. Matt Helgeson said I should buy some truck nuts and put it on Tim Turry's car and see how long it goes without noticing.
2 more goddamn seconds.
So I'm trying to find a good deal on truck nuts.
Okay. What? I mean, this is turning into like a therapeutic talk show.
I like talking to Jeff Markipava. I've always
What
liked Jeff
happened in
Markipava.
San Antonio?
Sandy, you were there.
Yeah, we were signing autographs.
Yeah. And I was helping Jeff sign his
And
autographs.
Andy literally gave me permission to push you into the San Antonio River.
He did
He was like,
actually
there are
say you
no
wouldn't get in trouble.
consequences.
But what ended up happening at the end of that walk along the river?
I
is
cracked
Dan
it. The confetti eggs?
Dan went into a convenience store, to buy something and then comes sprinting out with an egg in hand
Two
and
eggs.
smashes one on Jeff Marchiafava's head.
Yeah.
Well, because I walked in to go to the bathroom and I saw a thing on the counter and it said these eggs are filled with confetti and they're funny to break on people's heads. And I was like, oh my god, I got Marky Fava right out there. That'll be
I'm sure the
hilarious.
sign just said confetti eggs.
No, it actually had a thing saying
Break it
it's
on
funny.
someone's head.
It does say that. Check the tape, go to the Riverwalks, some gift shop, and it's at the front desk. It's on the counter. It says break this in
Oh
someone's
We're not
my
head.
even
God.
using check the tape at the right
I know,
instance.
but
now.
you know what I mean by that. You go to the thing. But yeah,
Go to the thing. Another brilliantly description from Dan Reichert.
But you laughed and laughed when I broke that egg.
No,
in your head.
I did not. I was super pissed. It like cut my head with the f***ing eggshell shards in my forehead.
And then just cackling about this. I
yeah.
remember that funny time I cut your head with something.
That's how you're bleeding. Not like a Ric Flair blade job and it's just all over your face or anything. No, you were fine.
Yeah, no,
Your
that's
stupid
the
wrestling.
the courts really care about the severity of the cuts when it comes to cutting someone's head with sharp objects.
So we've established I've cut your head. I almost broke your finger, Joe. Reiner,
What are you asking me?
have I ever injured you?
No.
Okay, there we go. See? I'm not that bad.
I can't wait till this is online so I can forward it to HR.
Jason, have I ever injured you?
I would kick your ass. Damn.
Yeah, see, I have not. So half of this room I'm not injured.
That isn't something to be proud of, dude.
I like Jeff.
Well, I think we've outlined clearly for our viewers why Fava hates him, and it's justified in my
That
opinion.
still is actually,
yeah.
that is a bridge for the sake of time. I mean, there are other stories we can tell, but no, that's okay.
God.
Everyone understands.
What's going on with that shirt, Marky Five? Is that Okami?
No, it's just some shirt I got on website.
Okay. Looks like an Okami shirt or something.
It's some spaceship sci-fi.
Good radio. Talking about pictures that no one can see.
No one can see.
Dan
yeah.
Reichert, everyone.
You
Been
don't
doing
want
this, what, 3 years, and you still...
4 years, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I
we
don't
can-
want dead air.
Wait, you've not been here 4 years.
I have been here 4 years.
What?
No, we
August
haven't.
2009. To the month, 4 years. I moved up here.
Joe's apparently just been blacking out time
Yeah.
since you've been here.
I have been a bill worker for 4 years.
Yikes. I guess I had hoped that you were in my life for much less than that.
All right, now let's just take a little survey here. Fava, how do you think Joe's doing?
He's doing well. I mean, he's got to
not.
practice, but you have to get acclimated to this room and the morons who are in it. So,
I had to do that too.
well, the moron who is in it.
All right.
I will say, I think Joe is doing at least equal to how I was doing, quite possibly a smidge better.
No,
were
he's
better
doing
than Joe.
way better
No,
because he doesn't.
I'm saying Joe is doing most likely better than me.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah. At the beginning, definitely.
He's not
Yeah,
freaking
But
out.
he hasn't
for one.
gotten to the second round often yet.
Yeah, there's none of the
true.
constant dodging and screaming going,
Oh, yeah. I was a twitchy mess. I know that.
Yeah, I think we need to get Joe's adrenaline going a little bit.
I think he's going to zen out, man.
You got some smelling salts?
He's pretty calm.
That's good.
I can run and get you Mountain Dew or something.
You
Joe.
think he should be calm?
Yeah, he's got to get into the flow.
He's got a game face on.
See, I do better with when I'm all pumped up.
Yeah, like the pressure actually works in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Oh,
Especially like playing online, like fighting games. When I get worked up, unbeatable.
It's a fun feeling.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
My heart's probably going to explode, but
it's
great.
fun while it lasts.
well, this is a good round.
We got a
Nice.
second round. All right.
Nice.
all right. Well, second round with one knockdown, I think. I'm using my select button now because
it.
I'm not making it to third.
You know, actually, I noticed you didn't do it last time you got to the second round, and I was really hoping, I hope Joe forgot about that because I'm not going to say anything.
What is the select button?
It's in
do?
between rounds, you can do like a select. I've always done start and
Refills
select,
health
mash
a
it like
little
bit.
crazy, and you get some health back. But yeah, I was hoping Joe forgot about that, and I wasn't going to say anything.
Ooh.
Nice sportsmanship.
I think he'd wear a mouth guard.
I think you lost that tooth.
Fair point. Or is it just a gap?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of actual Mike Tyson. I've never really thought too much of a gap between his teeth. Oh my.
Yes.
Oh. Wait, so has Joe knocked down Mike yet?
No.
No.
I want to call on the internet to find out at what point in my video did I first knock Tyson down, and at what point did Joe first knock him down?
Just shut up for a second.
You people don't need to look that up.
No.
I would like them to look that up. I would like some comparisons. Stats are interesting. Stats are an interesting thing.
Well, they are. Why don't you look them up yourself?
Because that's a whole thing. We got the
Because
whole
that's
internet.
a whole thing.
We got the whole internet that'll do stuff. And then when the first time one of us got to round 2, and the first time the other one got to round 2. And I'm not saying this because I think I did better. I'm just curious, genuinely interested in who got there first. Who got the most points?
And I should point
That
out
was
we don't.
500 that time.
Yeah. I should point out we don't know when the second episode's going to air yet. We're going to record a bunch of these. We don't have a schedule yet. I apologize for that, but we'll try to let you know in advance when it's going to be up.
Well, we have said, right, that maximum is 3 hours, right?
No.
Yeah, we said that.
Joe can go for as long as he needs
Okay,
to.
this is a definite check the tape moment. We have said on numerous occasions that he had the same amount of time as me. That is
But
absolutely correct.
Didn't you just quit like
No,
a little?
no.
I mean, he was teary-eyed, and he's like, I can't do it.
No, you can watch that last episode, and all of this will be confirmed for you. That I would have kept going, and Joe has 3 hours.
Well, I sure as hell am not going to watch it, Dan.
Okay, well, take my word for it. I will give you
No,
$1
I'm
million.
not going to take your word for
Finally,
it.
it's
either.
pretty fun to see him just be crushed.
Yeah,
in
I
spirit.
suppose it is just a constant disappointment for Dan.
I think Joe will even admit that he has 3 hours.
Yeah, I have 3 hours.
Thank you, Joe. See, my arch nemesis agrees with me, so I got to be right.
I'll do it in 3 hours.
Ooh. All right, I'm seeing some confidence in the eyes of Joe Juba there.
Yeah.
I do not have a nickname for Joe yet. We got Hang Time for Marky Fava. We got Big Poop for Ben Hansen.
Yeah, you're a huge asshole, Dan. People
Is that
say
my
that.
nickname?
People comment on every single story that Ben Hansen puts up, and the first thing they say is "big poop." He absolutely loves it, as I'm sure you can tell.
It's really funny.
It's
yeah,
not.
and Dan,
Big Poop is a stupid thing to call
it makes the
someone.
site look super professional too
Yeah.
when it's all.
Hey,
just
it's the
poop.
readers, it's not us.
It's the readers
this man
egged on by
instigated it.
you.
I think Hansen instigated it. He liked the name. Jason's nodding.
In the negative sense, yes.
You're doing a sideways nod.
God.
You are so terrible. You're a terrible human being.
I'm having a good time. This is great.
Yeah, no, that's the trademark. Dan's always having a good time, and everyone else looks like they're sitting in a room full of farts.
Well, that is usually not. That's not a metaphor usually.
Yeah, no, literal.
Please don't give him any ideas.
I'm not gonna fart. I could. That's
don't.
you're
Please
playing up
don't.
the same thing, Jeff. I could be farting this whole hour, and I'm not. I haven't
Yeah.
farted once, and I'm not going to.
No, that
You have
doesn't
my
make
word,
you
I'm
a
not gonna
saint, though.
I think we got a long ways to get him to saint. I think we got it baby steps with this.
It would take a literal miracle to make him a saint.
Joe, how's it going?
Shut up.
This is actually going. This is more fun than I even expected. This is great.
I don't know if it's so much fun, Dan.
And speak for yourself.
I'm
loving
really
this.
rooting for Joe.
Did that say Tyson was 21?
Yeah. That probably was accurate at the time too.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He was a young dude when he first came in. No, I'm actually kind of. I mean, I know I'm mocking Joe and everything, but I think it'd be cool to see Tyson beat. I would. Yeah. I'd like to see that.
I think it would be cool to see Tyson beat you physically.
We
In the
tried to
real
arrange
world.
that, actually.
I met the guy twice, and he was nothing but pleasant.
We should make that happen.
Probably high on coke.
Oh,
Yeah, we really did want Tyson to knock him out.
like real Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was pleasant.
No.
You gotta admit, I could be like a total dick during this thing and be like trying to fake Joe out and be like, "Oh, better dodge out, dodge." I'm not doing that. It's like a, what do they call it when you're doing a scientific test and I'm not a variable. I'm not an X or whatever those are. Like I'm a constant.
You are a constant pain in the ass.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I thought that's what you were setting me up for. I thought you
Oh
knew it.
no! I'm just no. Joe doesn't know the science like I do. It's a constant is a scientific term for there's a thing that you keep the same so other things don't F with your
Please,
experiment.
Dan, tell me more about
Ryder
science.
looks like he wants to die right now.
There's several. There's hypothesis. There's what are the 5 steps? There's conclusion.
5 steps.
There's 5 steps to the scientific
You're thinking
method.
of alcoholism.
Now, when you have to do the thing with you make the board in 5th grade, and you got to have like the hypothesis, and then the conclusion, and then further testing or something. It's a science thing. All you science dorks know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to the internet, not you guys.
5th grade.
Yeah,
We're going back to your 5th grade.
yeah, you make the science board. And everyone just does some stupid thing with the potato.
Is your hometown okay? I saw there's a big sinkhole that keeps growing
What?
in Kansas. Yeah.
That is
It's
probably
gigantic.
not. That is probably not my town. I think it'd be bigger news if it was Kansas City.
They would call him. Say,
They
Dan.
let him know.
I am the mayor, yeah. Of
They would
Kansas.
throw him into it.
I'm the pride of Olathe, Kansas. Jeff
Wait,
Baba.
God, I hope not.
And someone else you hurt pretty bad.
Who's that?
George Brett of the Kansas City Royals. Dan.
That was a thing. Yes, that was.
I would not be surprised if you're not allowed in Kansas.
That was
The pride of Kansas City he was.
George Brett was, and now he's associated with pooping his pants. That just made GQ's 50 funniest things to ever hit the internet. That video I put up was 35, and The Onion was 36. So I'm funnier than The Onion.
Why don't you tell people what the video was, Dan?
Okay, I guess this is public now. I think it's public knowledge now.
Public now? What do you mean? It
Well,
was-
for a while there was some serious, like, scary stuff where, like, I was gonna, like, they were like, it was in the news. It was like a manhunt for like a few weeks. No, seriously, like every day in the Kansas City Star, it'd be like, yeah, Time Warner's looking for the guy that put this video on the internet, and they made it sound like I stole it from a vault in the cover of Night, and it's not. Some producer gave me a DVD when I started working at a TV station, and had this hilarious video of George Brett pooping his pants on it. Everyone at the station always used to watch it and crack up at it, and I was like, well, this has to go on YouTube, and I put it on YouTube, and then George Brett
Naturally.
wasn't like, type in George Brett right now on Google and see what the autofill is. I guarantee you one of the first 10 is George Brett poops his pants.
and that's what you put on the internet.
Yes. Yes. It is a very funny video. It deserved to be. The internet deserved that video.
I'm just depressed for you now.
That's not the right way to be.
You're hurting all these people.
I'm sure he has a laugh about it now.
All for a laugh. That's it.
Yeah, laughing's important, I think. It's the best medicine.
There's
is
other
what they
ways to
say.
get to it.
Fucking Patch Adams over here. So selfless with your comedy. You're bringing little children back to life.
Now you know why I'm wearing this clown.
That
during
or
this
you're just
replay.
amusing yourself to the harm of others. One of
All
the
those is
two.
working out.
Yeah.
I like Jeff Markey Baba.
And now your beef with Joe started. Did that start in the Tale of the Sun?
Oh no, that was going on way.
I think Joe and I from the beginning we're very different people. We are. I don't by any means hate Joe or anything.
I remember the first time that I knew that I did not like Dan. Dan was telling me, somehow the topic of pranks came up.
Oh.
And Dan was telling me about a, quote, hilarious prank that he played on someone he knew in which, like, this guy was drunk or something, and Dan taped him to the bed.
Hang on, you are saying this correctly.
Hold on, no, shut up and let me just say what I remember. So, Dan taped him or tied him to a bed or something somehow and set up a video camera.
No.
And had it set up, and this guy just sat there struggling to get free, and eventually peed and pooped himself.
I
Parts
remember
of
this
this are
story.
correct. I will go ahead and tell the accurate version of the story, and I will say the guy's name, and he will back it up. Ben Coldham, a Denver, Colorado resident. He will absolutely back me up on this. Just had a child. Congrats, Ben. But let me tell the story. So Ben was super drunk in college, and we were living in McCollum Hall at KU, and he got super drunk, and he passed out in his bed. And, you know, you're in college, and everyone F's with each other, and people were, like, in his room trying to slap him in the face to wake him up and stuff, and, like, you could not rouse this guy from his sleep at all. He was so drunk.
Let me just say, that's the point where you call the ambulance to come take
everyone
you.
got this drunk every night. It was fine. Yeah.
Great college you went
It was
to.
not
It was
fine.
awesome. It was the best. But so he was super passed out. So Ed, this guy that also lived there, he was like, let's tie him up. and he got a bunch of like electrical tape, and I did not do that. Ed spent a bunch of time. He had to slide the bunk bed away from the wall, going around and under and everything, and like completely cocooned Ben. Well, this is after we draw wieners all over him, just all over him. Like he had wieners all over his face and arms and everything. And so he was on the lower bunk. We completely taped Ben to the bed. What is his face right here?
I'm concerned for you.
See, this is it.
no.
As soon as Dan tells me, he's telling me this like he's telling this story right now. I'm like, hey, let me tell you this funny story about this horribly misanthropic and sociopathic thing that I did.
I didn't do the taping. I drew wieners. Ed did the taping, and then
And you did not help a person who was restrained to a bed and so drunk that they could not be roused.
We'll get to the point to where I was helpful. Hang on, that's part of the story too.
Oh, God.
So
You
he's
are
on
an
the bottom bunk.
abomination.
Ben's on the bottom bunk. His cousin Dan, who was his roommate, was out of town, and so he's all taped to the bottom bunk and stuff, covered in wieners. And so I took all of his laundry. There was laundry all over his floor, and I shoved it all on top of him. So it was like basically he was just sandwiched underneath a bunch of laundry, taped up and stuff. And then Ed, this is the part where I'm real nice. Ed grabs a bunch of they had a bunch of silverware in the room, just like a thing of a bunch of forks, knives, and spoons. And Ed's like, let's throw all this in the bed. And I was like, no. And he's like, well, why? It'd be funny. And I was like, no, that's dangerous. We can't do that. And he was like, no, it'd be funny. It'll get all like scratched up. And I was like, no, that's mean. We can't do that. Like, let's not do that. So I stopped Ben. You're welcome. I stopped Ed from throwing a bunch of knives into the bed with him while he was taped up. And then we took a sheet and we put it down over his bed so it was pitch black, and I downloaded the Benny Hill theme song, the Yakety Sax, and we cranked it up as loud as the speakers would go and put it on repeat all night. So he wakes up in the morning. Yes, no wreck. He thinks this is funny. This is the type of humor we had. So he wakes up, it's pitch black, he can't move, Benny Hill Yakety Sax is blaring on repeat. He doesn't, the last thing he remembered is drinking at a party. Next thing, it's pitch black, he can't move, Benny Hill's playing, and he has to pee worse than anything in the world. And he couldn't get out, and so we just had to lay there and pee for a while.
Where were you guys?
Laughing outside the room. I think we were in the lobby, but then he got us both back. He put a bunch of super glue in my hair, and I had to shave it out of my hair. And he took a trash can full of water and poured it all over Ed while he was sleeping, and ruined Ed's bed in the dorm, so Ed had to sleep in the lobby for a while. It was hilarious. This is all good stuff.
Yeah, except if he had vomited and then like choked to death because
Ben
he
is
couldn't
a
get
pro.
up.
Ben drank
Ben
way
is a
more than
pro.
me. Ben's not a gamer, but I want to get him in the comments just to back me up here. Ben called him as a pro at drinking. So.
Just anyone who's listening, don't do anything like
yeah,
this.
that's pretty dangerous.
I'm saying go to college because it's a lot of fun.
God.
So, I mean, so you see where I'm
So
coming
there's no
from, right?
videotaping. There's no videotaping.
Dan
There's
told me
no-
this, and I was just like, you are an awful person that I do not want to associate with, and yet I have to work with you. And that's how this is sort of started.
See, Joe, I wouldn't do that to you because you would not find that funny at
No,
all.
I don't care.
But
You
Ben found that funny.
You do it to people. That's the kind of person you
People
are.
that appreciate the humor. Ben
the
thought it was
what?
funny.
The what?
The what?
The humor of like, ha ha, I'm tied to a bed and pissing myself.
He thought it was funny, and he was the one covered in pee-pee.
That doesn't make it any less illegal.
And also, it was pretty funny because his sheets were red, and so when he had to take his sheets off and everything, it had gone through and sat there for a while, so it was just red pee, just like in a little...
You are a terrible person.
I want you to get arrested.
I've never been arrested. I've never been punched. See, I only do it to the people that appreciate it. I wouldn't do it to you, Joe.
How about you take us to lunch?
To
How about
lunch?
a nice act?
What?
I don't mend relationships.
Wait, man, I haven't done anything bad. I didn't make you pee yourself.
You look at me, but look at these guys here.
They haven't
Joe
peed
and-
themselves. Not if they have, it's not because of me.
You're missing the point.
Joe's fighting Tyson. I mean, that's why that would be. Marky Papa's a rock.
Fighting is one thing to call it.
Joe, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling
Obviously agitated by the stories you're hearing.
agitated, and it's just also very distracting. And also, I mean, like, I was doing so much better than this playing on my own.
Well, Joe, let's try this because I tried this too. Because for a while, I thought it was good that you guys were talking about Dragon's Crown and stuff, or not Dragon's Crown, Dragon's
Dogma, yeah.
Yeah, but then I did a whole round where I just requested silence, and you guys, I believe, if I remember right, I think you guys were all silent. I am completely up for this next one. None of us says a word.
All right, let's
Would
try.
you like that?
Let's try a quiet one.
Okay, I will not say a word.
See what happens.
Good luck, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. The problem is you like screw up once and then it's just messed up anyway. But I don't know. I still think I can do this.
I wish you good luck as well, Joe.
Thank you. You can talk until I enter in the code.
Okay. I'll go to lunch with you guys, but I'm not paying.
I think you should.
I got WrestleMania tickets to buy.
That defeats the whole idea of like a kind act.
Oh.
You know, gracing someone with your
drive.
presence
I'll
is
drive.
not kind. It's
I'll
a
drive.
burden.
You can get
Okay.
in my car. Okay.
Here we go.
Good luck, Joe.
Nope. Okay, so it doesn't help. It just doesn't help.
It doesn't help at all?
Nah.
So you're doing equally as good now as when I was annoying you with stories of me being a sociopath.
I was trying to get you riled up a little bit, and that it didn't seem to work.
Okay. See, that's the
I don't
thing.
know
No.
where his sweet spot is with gaming yet, so.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird because like there are times when you're just kind of in the zone. We've talked about this before. What makes Tyson so hard is that you can't really get into a flow with him at all. You just have to take it on like a punch by punch basis. But
Joe, I'm willing to do whatever you think would help you with this.
you just
Jump off the building.
Yeah, you know that
Don't
might
know.
help.
It could help.
How much Drano have you consumed in your life?
It's a matter of tablespoons.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
That would
Never
explain
mind.
a lot, actually.
Just poured it into my ear. All right, Joey, I mean that. I will, whatever it would take to help. I'm rooting for you.
You guys just do your thing, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Fava, since I got you here, you beat the Ninja Gaiden Super Replay.
Did.
Have you thought about what next Super Replay you would like to do? Is that something you thought about at all?
Not too much. I know some people want to see a Ninja Gaiden 2 replay.
And 3 then. You got to complete the
Yeah.
trilogy, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that. It might be fun to do one that's a little more low key and doesn't
as
have
stressful.
Dan in it.
Aw.
For sure.
You didn't
Okay.
have me in the last episode.
You know,
I got
that
banned.
is something that Joe should think about. Is that when I did finally beat Ninja Gaiden, it was because Dan was not in the room.
Well, but
or
also-
even in the States, I don't think.
I think so. I had Joe in the room, though, for the duration of my Tyson one. So, again, back to the science thing. You got to have the constant.
Oh,
No, it's not really about it's not about beating Tyson under specific circumstances. It's just about beating Tyson.
So if I came down here and recorded the video of myself playing for a long time, that would count just as much?
Well, we would assume that you would cheat because you would obviously cheat.
I'd have Jason
so-
down here. I'd have Jason down as a witness.
Do I have to?
I like Jason's
Seems
company.
unfair to Jason.
Dan and I hang out. We're
Yes.
we're buds.
I like Jason. Jason's a good guy.
Ugh, I can't even enter the code correctly. How much more time do we have on this episode? I'm failing fast here.
So, Joe, are you willing to admit that maybe it's tougher than you were saying it was?
Oh no,
when I was playing?
it's exactly as tough as I thought it was.
Okay.
I just thought that
He just
I
wanted
would
to
have
beat it to shove it in your face.
Yeah.
Right. I know that.
Oh, and I still want to do that, and I still think I can.
Okay. And I look forward to 2 more hours of sitting down here and watching that.
What I really hoped would happen, and obviously didn't,
His
is
first
that-
episode.
Yeah, that I just not only first episode, like that I would get so good. When I made those claims, I was thinking I will spend so much time, and I will get so good that I will just come in and like wipe the floor with him like a pro. But here's the problem with that, is that you are not worth that kind of time.
Very true.
The good that came out of this episode is maybe now Dan is thinking about his life, reflecting on the things
No,
he's done.
he didn't.
I learned
None of that
nothing
happened.
that I didn't already know.
Yeah, he's thinking he's hilarious.
The good is that maybe that Kansas City newspaper will figure out that it was
they'll
Dan
know
and
now.
they'll
I actually talked
sue
to
you.
everyone's on the level with that now. Everyone's happy.
Well, that's too bad.
This is fun, guys. I like hanging out with you guys.
God.
We've done nothing but talk down about you the whole time, and you're just having the time of your life.
It's about him. So he's
Yeah, it's
totally cool with
attention.
it.
So
I am used to people saying good or bad things about me, and I don't mind. So I was bullied in elementary school, and so you get some thick skin, or you turn into Phil Kohler.
Jeez.
wow.
You're an
Went one
Yeah,
way.
there's a shot that just came out of nowhere.
See, you never
Poor
expected.
Phil.
That was a Tyson jab to Kohler. Congrats
you
on
know-
the baby, Phil.
Dan only does it to the people who appreciate it, so I'm
And
sure.
Phil has more of a sense of humor about himself than anyone I've ever met. Joe's just shaking his head.
I mean, you're just an asshole.
Me and Phil are friends.
Nice, Joe.
Yeah.
Yes, Joe.
I'm the best.
You are.
Well, that's
Maybe we
still
just
good.
scream praise at you.
We can do that.
That's how I work.
I've got We Are the Champions on my iPhone if you want me to play it. Or no, We Are the Champions is after. I also have We Will Rock You, so I can play We Will Rock You
Dan,
first.
I feel like actually your first episode went better than my first episode.
Wow.
I think so too.
Yep. I think I was doing better out of the gate, but man, I've just not had my head in it here.
I like your composure, Joe. I like how you stay your ground when he's just standing there.
But yeah, there's just a
Dan was
wall.
just a nervous wreck when he got in the ring.
Here's the thing I like about this little competition thing, too, is as much crap as me and Joe give each other, when it comes to the actual thing, I mean, we're just bare bones just saying it how it is. Joe just said I did better than him the first time. I think that I was terrible the first time. I failed. You know, I'll give him credit.
No.
It's actually a nice sporting thing we've got here.
I've just got a routine down. Like, I'm starting to just fall for the exact same punches every time. I just need to take it
Yeah.
one punch at a time.
There's something to be said about fatigue, too, of just the same things time after time, just getting beat down and beat down and
Yeah.
beat down. It's just kind of, what's the word for it?
Demoralizing.
Demoralizing, that's the word, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that word you said? Misanthropic?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
misanthropic.
Is that when like a Kool-Aid bottle talks?
No, that's anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic, okay.
Like
Yes, misanthropic.
a misanthrope is just someone who is just like generally, works counter to the betterment or like counter to the betterment of people.
Oh, okay.
You know, like they intentionally do mean or antisocial things.
Big.
Whoops.
It's a big.
Oh, dang it.
So what if the
Can we hit reset? Sorry about that.
What would it be called if the Kool-Aid Man was just like a total dick?
He would be an anthropomorphic misanthrope.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Radiohead song.
Kind of does.
Oh, stupid Mike Tyson.
So do we open this up to the rest of the staff if you can't do it in the 3 hours?
I say we just keep doing
Hey,
this.
whoever can beat him first.
Yeah, I think there should be a prize.
After, I want to have my 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to open it up to the point that someone could come in and scoop me before I feel like I've had my
no,
my
everyone
fair
gets
shot.
their full 3-hour block, and then I think there should be a prize. I think like every loser, every person that didn't beat Tyson, like let's say the next person after, let's say you do it next, Reiner, and you win. Like me and Joe being the two failures or whatever, we chip in and get you a lunch or whatever. Or you get like a lunch from every person that failed. So let's say we get 8 people down the line, then Marky Fava does it. All 8 losers
Why are
get
our
to buy
prices
Marky
always
Fava.
lunches?
Because that's an
No,
affordable thing.
It should clearly be getting to punch Dan in the face. And if Dan wins, then he just doesn't get punched in the face.
Hey, I'm trying to come up with a nice prize that I can't even win. This is for the betterment. I'm the anti-misanthrope now. This is for a future nice
no,
thing.
but punching a misanthrope is a good thing.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Is that the Kool-Aid Man thing, or is that the dick? Anthropomorphic is the Kool-Aid Man. Misanthrope is the dick. Okay. Vocab lessons.
You know
Okay.
who I think could probably beat this?
Jeff Cork.
No. Well,
Let's hypothesize who would beat this.
Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason, yeah.
Jason's nodding very confidently. I actually totally believe that.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. I think Jason is quietly like the most competent gamer on staff. maybe.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
His midichlorian count is just ridiculous.
He's always got the right answers, and like, I mean, he's a big fighting game guy. I mean, Twitch reflexes and stuff. He's got that. I could totally.
Yeah, I
see
can't
that.
imagine how painful it must be for Jason to just sit through hours of this garbage.
No, this is rough. This is a tough fight, Joe. I feel your pain. This is not easy.
Jason, if you had to predict, do you think you could do it within an hour?
Hopefully.
Yeah. If you
I
had
know.
to put money on it,
I
Vegas
know there
odds.
is a pattern to this. Like
Yeah.
I've seen videos where people beat Tyson blindfolded.
Wow,
It's ridiculous.
That's the stupidest thing
no,
I've ever
like
heard of.
live on stream. It's like
I want to watch that.
You can't. I mean, you can't. He's not that predictable. He's not.
We need to YouTube
Are you
this.
sure?
I am 100% certain he's not that predictable.
I
You
don't know. The blindfolded guy that had his back towards the TV, he seemed to sense a pattern.
There's no way.
Okay.
No, seriously. Like,
I mean, if it's on YouTube,
if it were just a matter of memorization,
it's not. It's not memorization.
or like
Hold on, I'm gonna
So
take
what
a
does
look
he
at
do?
the clock here.
What does he do right away in the beginning? It's like 6 to 8 uppercuts, right? And then he does a stall, correct?
no, the
All right.
it's not the stall isn't that like it's not a certain number.
Wait, are we certain of that though? Like,
Yes, it's
But
not. It's
have
not
we
a
been
certain.
hit?
It's not a certain number of punches before the stall.
like if you get hit, does that change the sequence that comes after?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's not like he just follows one sequence.
Okay, this first punch comes at
The first 3 are
5
set.
seconds.
The first 3 are set. It's left, right, left. And then after that, it starts to get random.
At about a minute 30, he starts doing the.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Punky
yeah. There
punches.
are pattern elements
Yeah.
to it, but it's like you don't know at what point in the clock he's going to throw a hook versus an uppercut, and the way you respond to those is going to be a little different. I mean, hey, you said you saw it. Fine. I would like to see that also.
Now, Joe, are you watching the shorts? Because I actually found that helped me a lot.
Yeah, where are you looking, by the way?
I'm looking at his shoulders.
Right in the
Look
crotch.
at his shorts, because the shorts do a little flash right before he throws that uppercut. And that it took me a while, I think, in the first thing to figure that out. And it really did help once I did that.
I can't react to that. I don't
The
know.
shorts?
Like, yeah, I've tried that. Just watching the shorts.
I think it's easier than reacting to nothing. I mean, if you look
Yeah,
at
I
his face,
suppose.
or I've never tried the shoulders, but
I think
mean-
shoulders are easier.
really? I've never tried that.
Shoulders give you peripheral vision of like face and shorts.
Video games make you say stupid sentences.
Yeah. Well, at least we're having a good conversation if the fight isn't that interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
Or something.
I really
I
like.
learned a lot about you.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to talk about it. But I really like the super replays and stuff like this, to where there's not too much to talk about with the actual game, and then you can just go off on stupid tangents and stuff. Those tend to be kind of fun. I like that a lot.
That third one.
Just talk radio,
Yeah, it's fun.
whatever.
Yeah.
Random hour.
It's nice to have a microphone you can talk into.
It's still really bizarre to me that they had Mike Tyson in an old Nintendo game like this, where all the other characters are clearly fictional, and then you just have Mike Tyson.
I mean, it made sense from a business perspective. I mean, he was so huge. I mean, you were old enough to remember it.
Yeah,
like,
sure,
back
but I
then.
mean, Nintendo and business
that my third?
decisions.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, all
especially the Japanese company going after the
Uh-huh.
American boxer. But he was a worldwide sensation,
Yeah, that's true.
Joe, I want to say his first punch always comes in around 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying the first 3 punches are set. He says it's the left, right, left. Oh,
No, I'm just saying in general, after he gets knocked down.
sorry. Thought you had it there.
You're throwing me
looking good.
like Dan's wincing
Sorry,
over
I'm
there.
actually covering my mouth trying not to do that. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely not.
That was a lot better.
Yeah, it was good.
That one was,
I like those rounds.
yeah. The ones where I don't die in the first 90 seconds.
Those are the best.
I feel like we've been down here for like 6 hours.
It's
grueling.
exhausting.
It is
It
grueling.
is.
yeah.
It's tough to watch.
Should we do one more and then call it?
We got a
Or-
couple minutes.
You got a couple
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
Was that 5 fights?
Yeah.
Ah.
Hang in there, champ.
All right.
How much would someone have to pay you to take one punch to the stomach from Mike Tyson? And it's now Mike Tyson. It's not 19-year-old Mike Tyson. You can flex and stuff. You can prepare for it. I mean, isn't that like how Houdini died?
I mean, I would do that for free just to say that it happened. But if I get money
Really?
too, I mean, whatever they're
You
willing
would
to
do it
part
for
with.
free.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
right.
mean, what's the worst that could happen?
You die like Houdini.
Oh.
That
What
is
happened
true.
to Houdini?
He thought he had a strong stomach or something, and he dared people to punch him in the stomach. And then
But is this like a repeated thing?
I think so. And then
What?
some dude just punched him really hard, and he died. It like screwed
Yeah,
up his organs or something.
But well, and that may totally be a myth. But the
think that's
thing
a-
that I heard was that like a boxer came up to him after the show and punched him when he didn't realize that he was going to get punched.
Oh, okay.
So there's no reeling. Like he took it.
He couldn't
Full
he
on.
didn't like flex or anything.
Oh, okay.
But then again, he may have died of syphilis, and we just all don't know.
Yeah, and just a cool story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty awful story. I guess you're not building your
Yeah, I suppose
legacy
it's
after
not
that.
cool.
Something someone else made up about you, but
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting story on how you die. I mean, it's better than just sitting in a bed and saying I love you to a bunch of people, right?
How many more do you have in you, Joe? How many more do you want to do before we break for hour
Punch
two?
in the stomach
Well-
and then say I love you to the people I care about, and then
There you
die.
go.
Like, oh, I got punched
I
real hard.
want to go for a few more. I feel like I have another one where I don't die immediately.
Okay. So after like one more good run,
Yeah. We'll see how long.
or
it
like
takes
one
that.
more super bad run where you're just like, screw this.
Yeah. That sounds.
I'll let
fair.
you make the call.
We'll just take it one punch at a time.
Okay.
One at a time. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're done. Nope.
Are you trying the shorts?
Yeah, I'm trying all kinds of things.
No, I don't remember seeing it in the comments. I would think that after watching these, some people would try it for themselves, and I don't think I've seen anyone saying like, "Oh, I tried it and I beat him after X many tries or this many."
Yeah,
hours."
that
there was
happened.
a thread where people are saying I've beat him before.
Yeah, there's a lot of I've beat him, but like I'd be curious to see if people tried it right now, kind of like we're trying, Rusty.
Yeah, we'll call that good for today. And
As Joe just drops the controller and cracks his knuckles.
It's demoralizing.
it is demoralizing, especially since I mean, like I said, I was doing so much better in my practice that
It's a tough.
I
thing
felt
to do.
like I felt like I was ready for prime time. And
But this is
apparently
the
not.
show, This is the stage. This is where you got to do it.
Yep.
There's added pressure when you got to perform, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep. But no, I still have a couple more hours. I can I can pull this out.
all right.
I
That's
got faith in you.
Thanks.
It's going to conclude our first episode. Dan, hopefully you do some good things for people.
Yeah, I got to go do a soup kitchen donating thing after this.
Yeah,
so.
excellent. We'll see you in episode 2.